Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Dark Souls 2 Crown of the Old Iron King DLC. Last time, what we did, as you can see, is, we reanimated the Broom Tower. The tower that we've been in this entire time. Put, like, a scepter inside this contraption right here, and now things are moving, things are kicking, there's elevators going up and down. And, in fact, those elevators are, like, big-ass statues, which I find really cool. But anyway, let's carry on with the DLC, shall we? So, I've thought about this for a while before starting the recording. In the beginning of that last episode, I said that bit across the chain, like chain leading to another tower, like down this staircase right here, that I only wanted to do that at a very late point in this series. I didn't feel like doing that yet, and the reason for that is that there is actually another statue down there, and I want to skip on one statue. The reason for that is, and also maybe I should stress what that means, maybe if you have not played the DLC yet and don't quite know what I mean by that. So you might remember the Ashen Idols, right? The ones that I mistakenly called statues just now. You only have a limited amount of smelter wedges, and if you destroy every single one of those Ashen Idols before you get to what is probably considered the final boss of the DLC, you will not have enough wedges to destroy all the idols in the boss room. Which sucks, because those idols actually can heal the boss. So, I want to very much skip on one. Anyway, so previously I thought the one coming up ahead right here would be the one for me to skip. But I kind of reconsidered. I'm gonna skip another one, so let's go over here and let's do this shit. And shit, my friends, it is, because this is actually gonna be quite the hassle. There's a few things to this. So you might have seen that the dark spirit Maldron, the assassin or whatever, spawned. He's around that corner. He's right there behind that wall. There's a chest there kind of luring you to check that out and aggro him. But we don't want to do that because that fucker, he heals himself as soon as he's pretty low in health. And that's a big issue. He then just sprints down right there into that dark ass tower bit down that staircase. And the problem with that staircase is that at a certain point in time, it's going to start cursing you, because there's an idol down there, and that apparently is the thing that's then inflicting the curse on you. So what we want to do now is try something real bold, real brave. Just sprint the fuck down there, destroy the wedge, destroy the idol with the wedge, and then come back up to maybe then hopefully find ourselves still alive and tackle the situation a little bit more slowly. But I kind of feel like just doing the dark spirit right now wouldn't really be useful, because he would just, quite frankly, keep himself alive. These guys are of course here, which sucks so much. They're really dangerous, and those are probably the ones that I'm scared of the most. But there is the thing that we want to destroy immediately. So let's do that. That is gonna lift this whole curse thing, as I was saying. Now, of course, we have aggroed every fucking thing in this whole place, so we don't really want to. Shouldn't the curse be? Yeah, now it's gone, as you can see, which is awesome. That is so very good. And now I believe I do want to run back up. I gotta manage stamina meanwhile, but that's totally okay. Totally A-okay, gonna pick that up. And of course I haven't picked up the soul fragment yet. Of course there's going to be another soul fragment of Nadalia, the Ashen Queen or whatever her name is, down there. So we will certainly go back down. There's also another weapon down there, but I want to do that really carefully. Not just sprint down there like that and have 5 enemies attack us. But that went rather okay. No real pain going back up, which is really nice. I also really like that he has not aggroed yet, despite me running down there like an idiot. So if that just stays that way, that would be fantastic. Really would be. Now, this might be an issue. I'm not entirely sure how I want to dispose of these guys. I could very much just fire arrows at them, I suppose, but are they going to be poisoned? Are they going to hit me with the fire bombs? Because I do certainly recall them hitting me the last time I did all of this. Or at least some guy hitting me with some firebomb. There we go. It's happened. It's happened. And now he's being poisoned, which, okay, that took a while, and also I'm now very close to dying. But anyway, I really like this stuff that they do here. It's a really odd situation. Like, the first time I found myself in this situation, I was really confused by how fucking miserable it is, right? Because there's an invasion happening. There's these really funky archer guys shooting at you, and then there's of course these guys on the middle platform that you can't quite reach. I mean, I suppose you could just jump over there and attack them that way, but that doesn't really position you in a way that is super nice, so I don't really like doing that. I like taking care of them with like ranged weaponry. But yeah, there's just a lot of nifty stuff happening here. Of course, the curse isn't really helping either, and it really requires you, at least from my experience, I would say that it is very much expected of you to run down there and destroy the statue, because everything else is just going to lead to a whole heck of a lot of trouble. Anyway, there's another guy there. I would say that we can also very much attack him like we did the others. Also, a headshot is really good, I found, at the very least, because I do remember them just falling off after having received a very fine arrow to the head. That didn't kill him, though. Am I happy about that? Quick answer, no. Long answer, no. And that was a terrible joke. I'm gonna run back up, and I think I'm gonna fight that guy, because or is he coming back up? If so, and there is another archer person down there as well. So I thought I'd go ahead and aggro the dude upstairs, but now, nah. Let's not do it. Let's much rather clear this out first, just so that we don't risk anything. Jesus, I didn't really see that he was charging up his shot, which happens way too often if you ask me. Anyway, so, fume person, fume possessed armor piece thing that was once used for decoration. Yes, I did read the item description, I believe, on camera as well, so we do know what's up with you, kind of, right? I mean, it's still fucking mysterious that you're possessed by fume. I didn't really know that that was a thing. Okay, hello. And now, where's the guy? Come on, man. Just gonna snipe you. Gonna snipe your ass. There we go. And now I believe I'm gonna trigger the spirit up top. I believe there will be more enemies down there once you like get down there and open that chest up that is at the very bottom. I believe a few more pop out of the ground, but those shouldn't really be too big of an issue. Or maybe I'm just mistaken right here, and in fact the ones that I remember fighting at the very bottom were just ones dropping down there. So the ones that were previously on the middle platform there. Anyway, so you don't want to really fight him close to any edge, because there's like really crazy chain attacks that he can do. So I'd much rather have him on the staircase right here. There's still very much an edge, but I do just feel a little bit safer. Kind of feel like I have more of a understanding for where stuff is. Oh yeah, and that is very much the attack that I meant. The one that just charges real bad and kicks you off stuff like you wouldn't believe. Let's drink that Estes and hopefully not have him do anything funky to us. Come on, person. Let's do this. I'm gonna just be crazy about this. I'm gonna backstab the fucking crap out of you, and hopefully you're gonna be fine with that. See, the thing is, I don't really know if I've ever seen him heal himself. Like, he certainly runs down there and comes back with like full health. I know that for a fact. But what I don't really know is how he heals himself. So I couldn't really tell you whether he's just uses an Estus or something like that, or whether he was maybe abusing that statue at the very bottom. That, of course, now isn't existing anymore, so We might not have any issues with him trying to heal himself, but I'd rather not risk it, you know. Anyway, let's figure this out. And basically, the thing to take away from that is that, oh, see, now he's running, which is so weird, isn't it? So now he's, like, beyond that threshold, and he's now going to sprint for whatever he thinks heals himself, or at least save ground that... Shit. Okay. Let's hope... Nope, it totally happened. Exactly like I said. Maldron? Or Maldron? I thought there was a U in there, but Jesus, okay. Was apparently mistaken about that. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure stuff out now, because we have to be fast. Or I have to be fast. I mean, I kind of would love for you to cooperate. Ah, Jesus. Cooperate in a way that's not very typical for the NPCs of the Dark Souls. I wanted to not have you have that. Oh shit, he killed himself? What an asshole. I mean, that is good. He was still kind of an asshole though. Although, no real connection to him killing himself, I guess. But anyway. Let's pick up the Elon Great Bow, which... Fuck. Okay, that's fine. And then let's now hop down here and see what kind of felt like I saw a summon sign there. Jesus, I'm going mad over here. It's just been too long down in this godforsaken place. We have... Oh, shit. Okay, these guys, I always forget that they deal all the damage in the game. Just all of it, right there. Condensed into one very just, I don't know, somewhat generic character design, you would almost have to say. I do like him, they're challenging to fight, but still, it's not the most inspired the game has ever been. Okay, one more hit and that should do, and then we can pick up that nasty sword down at the very bottom here. Is there maybe like an item inside one of these ashen guys as well? A pale stone, would you look at that? Anyway, let's open up the chest. That took longer than expected, but also went a lot smoother than expected as well. And while saying that, I should very much stress that it wasn't smooth at all, but okay. That is a weapon that I want to show off. Good friend Paladin Leroy, and by that I don't mean the actual Paladin Leroy from Dark Souls 1, but a YouTube user and friend of the channel. He said I should check this out, it's a really cool weapon. And I'm now sitting here thinking, okay, what's so cool about it? That's a move that it can do. That's a move that it can do. Oh, that's also a move that it can do. Maybe I'm just not able to do what's so cool about it, because I don't have the stats. And that sucks to some extent. What are the stats even? Good lord. Okay, well, we're gonna get up to 25 strength, but the other shit, that's not happening, unfortunately. So, whatever. It's a cool sword. I believe it does funky stuff. Right. Let's go back to the Black Seal Katana. Anyway, that is mostly everything. And by mostly, I mean that is very much everything. Anyway, we're gonna run back up. We're gonna run across that chain. And now we are going to do another thing that I started talking about in that last episode. And can we see it from here? Is that... No, that's not it. It must be on the other side then. But you might remember me saying that there is a very important item located in another like outdoorsy area. Also another one of those like ash-covered places very similar to the one right here. And the guy is still running around. What an asshole. Why am I saying that so often in this episode? I do want to apologize. But anyway, we can now ride one of these elevators down to that exact platform. So let's do that. I do want to rest at the bonfire though, just so that we have our Estus back. And now this elevator I want to get on. Okay. So there's a few things. There's, I believe, one place for you to just drop off of, and then it stops at a different one. Okay, remembered that very incorrectly. This we can't open. We need that very important item. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's located right over here. And this should also take another a little while because there's a bunch to it. Alright, we have exploded guys. They look like this. They've always looked like this. Let's say hi to them. And then there's giants. And I believe like 3 of them, if I were to take a guess right now. And what we want to have them do is come over here, I believe. Because, of course, if fucker ignites barrels, fucker explodes. And that is kind of really cool, I would argue. Or if he just does that. And also then continues to do exactly that. That was fantastic. Can we now have a friend of his do the same? I'm wondering if already one of those barrels is enough to kill one. I kind of wouldn't think so, because that did... What did it even do? Like 4,000 damage? And that is just plain nuts if you ask me, but I believe just one of those barrels would do 1,000 at the most, or maybe a little bit more than that. But you walk over there, you walk into that fire, man, lady. I don't want to, yeah, don't want to be too like specific about that, and thus maybe shit. Come on, man, that was my very good chance of just whatever. And what I was gonna say is that I don't want to say like man to him, because he could very much be a lady as well. He could be a lady. Oh my god, I'm just effing myself at this point. Anyway, let's slice him up, let's dice him up, let's hopefully have him not hit us like he likes to do, like the giants like to do. And if you could, if you were so nice to just step into one of those, I would love for that to happen. I don't care how you do it. Important thing is that you do it. What about the Great Lightning Spear, motherfucker? Do you like that? How does that feel? Oh. Because, it's either that or it's you stepping into the fucking fire. So, choose your poison, mister. And he gives me the foot. That's just too funny. Alright. Well, I could also just fight you the standard way, I suppose. Is that really how you want to go about this? Or do you want to kill me? Because it kind of looks like you want to kill me right now. Jesus! That was really close to me dying. Do I have... Yeah, I do still have, like, lightning spears. Standard ones, admittedly, but those should at least tickle him. There we go. Oh, and he's staggered. God damn. I am, once again, putting myself in miserable situations. One more hit. And now there's, of course, one more. Oh, smelter. I didn't know those. Are those called smelters? Because that would be quite something now, wouldn't it? Let's check it out. I didn't know that was a thing. Where do we have that? There we go. Smelter hammer. 70 strength. And it does nearly 400 damage. Okay. Let's see. Weapon wielded by the Iron Warriors that wander Broom Tower. Appears to have once been an axe, but in this terribly melted state it is little more than a great lump that crushes its foes by virtue of its sheer weight. Pretty neat. Don't really see the smelter connection there, but I guess that is just referencing its state. Okay, maybe if we get real funky here, we can get one of these bad boys, and then get the come on, I need you right now. You are the one and only. Oof. Don't walk off, please. I need you to blow up that big guy. Can you do that? I'm gonna get out my my evil things, my black bombs. Okay, hello. He jumped off. Did you see that? That is not nice. Let's leave the black bombs behind. Instead, we're gonna do the whole luring not attack, but that is not good. Don't sit in the fire. Okay, I'm not doing a good job, but that's fine. It happens. You walk into the flames, man. You are a fire person. I realize that. It's maybe not the most effective way, but it's a straight up funny way for you to leave. So Leave. And dodge. Good. Hit. Should not have hit. Very dangerous. And now roll out of the way. Okay. Well, what can you do? What can you do? I don't really... I want to fight this guy standard style now. No messing around, no luring him all over the place. Just very planned dodging and avoiding the attacks, which I guess is more or less the definition of dodging, and slowly but surely disposing of him katana style. There we go. That was rather neat. Anyway, let's now stomp all of these remains. Large soul. I believe most of these are going to be souls, except the one right there. That is a very important one, you guys. Do make sure to pick that up. Wilted Dusk Herb is nice as well. Did I pick that up? Why was there, or was there just another corpse? Oh, interesting. Titanite chunk as well. So you do certainly want to also take a look at all of these other things, not just the arguably most important one out of them, and that is the tower key. Tower key, really important. Let's take a look at it. There we go. Over here, the keys, and then it might just be this one. There we go. Opens the broom tower door. Long ago, the tower used to produce a seemingly endless supply of iron. Wait a second. Oh, used to... Damn it, From Software. The king used it to create iron soldiers and an iron castle. Legend has it he even tried his hand at forging a dragon out of iron. And that is a really interesting point right there. A point that I kind of want to talk about, but also maybe that wouldn't be the smartest thing. Whatever. Let's just postpone it for now, but yeah, just I want to let you know that I find that really interesting. So you can open this up, and we're gonna do that real quick. We're gonna run down here real quick. Not the biggest fan of this, if we're being honest here, but we're also not gonna really make any progress down here, if we're being on. Am I talking out of my ass right now? Is this not where I thought I would be? I don't know. Let's step on this. I think I'm mixing things up, if we're being honest here. Or am I not? Oh, I think we're not. No, this is totally what I was thinking about. So here's the Iron Passage. And the Iron Passage is basically the equivalent to the... What was it even? We can look this up. The Cave of the Dead or whatever it was. Oh, we can't look it up. You know what? We can't look it up because it's the Priestess Chamber that you use to access the Cave of the Dead or whatever. The challenge area of the previous DLC. This very much right here. The Iron Passage is the challenge area of the second DLC. The Crown of the Old Iron King. And we're not going to do that yet. I dislike this. I haven't done it yet. I haven't completed it yet. Neither in this playthrough, which I guess is very obvious, nor in my initial playthrough. Just haven't gotten around to it yet, but we'll probably do this at some point. It's just that so far I'm not really fond of it. Just wanted to let you know that it's here. But anyway, there's a bunch more that we can do. Down there is where you want to really go next, if you were focused on like making actual progress. And we might do so just to get a very important something out of the way. But of course there's still very much stuff at the top that you can still do. Like, of course you can still ride the elevator back up and open all kinds of doors now that we picked up the tower key. And that is probably what you should be doing at this point. There's a few very neat things over there. But seeing how I want to kind of stress, or at least let's maybe put it this way, I want to make sure that I don't destroy too many Ashen Idols before the final area. Maybe we should do that right now. Just at least clear that path and get things sorted out and only then kind of go back and tackle other things. So what I want to do right here is actually I want to kind of jump across there. Don't fall down, thank you. Because there might be extra things that I can access. Can I though? Oh, there we go. There's a chest. Let's make sure it's not a mimic. It's not a mimic. Didn't expect it to be a mimic, but you always want to be sure about that, right? And it doesn't hurt too much. A strength ring. We've picked up a dexterity ring before in this DLC. This is now the strength equivalent to that. It's very much down here somewhere. Let's see where it is. Yeah, there we go. Strength ring. Old Iron King ruled over a great age of iron. King's power allowed him to mold iron freely, as if he held sway over the blah 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 blah. So it's just a ring that he seemingly forged, and it increases the strength of its wearer. Once again, maybe useful, but also not really the most interesting thing, right? You would probably agree with that. Just a plain stat upgrade, and I could very much do without that. There's a real cool ring in the DLC. We'll probably pick that up a little bit later. Don't quite remember where it's at. But there's one ring that I really like in the DLC. So whereas with the dexterity and the strength one, I'm not really too fond of those. The other one I'm really fond of. Surprisingly fond of. Maybe even weirdly fond of. Which one might even say is a little unhealthy, but whatever. That should do. He's poisoned now. We can just watch him suffer and die now. And then there's a bunch more of these guys. A real devious area. It's also not very difficult. Like, despite being devious, it's nothing to write home about. At least I do remember it like that. So if I could get a backstab in, that would be fantastic. But who knows if that's gonna ever happen here. Because I'm not really positioning myself in a smart way. I really should have just fired arrows at him once again. But maybe we can break the pattern. Break the pattern and or knock one down. Or just kill him before he ever gets to fall down. Which sucks for him, but is kind of nice for us. Let's go. Let's go do the backstabbage. And yeah. And by devious, I mean that there's like holes in the ground that you can fall through, essentially. So you always want to be wary of your surroundings. Always want to make sure that there's not like any odd-looking ground that you're stepping on, because maybe you're then involved in like a big chain reaction of floors collapsing. I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll find out. And I mean, by the looks of this, it kind of seems to be the case, right? Whatever the case, though. Yeah, you want to be careful about that. Can I trigger this? Yeah, there we go. Kind of like how you can just, like, tease it like that. But yeah, that sure is dangerous. Especially if it is the chain reaction that I think it is. So... oh god, a lot of damage. All the damage. Yet again, it never stops with these guys. Let's heal up. And okay, friends, not so much friends anymore now, are we? Yeah. Oh god. Oh boy. It's happening again and again. Never stops with these guys. Would you please stop on the fucking danger floor? And that's what we're calling it now. I've decided. Danger floor. Step on it, you'll die. That's a theme. Oh, come on, let's do it. There we go. Partisan +6. There's so many cool weapons in here. Yep, don't want to drop down on that. Now, do we? There's something that we can drop on. But also, there's something right here that we maybe can drop on, but probably also don't really want to do that. So, let's instead do this one. Seems a little bit easier. And then we have another one of these iron guards with the smelter hammers or whatever. Oh, you know what? I should maybe just try wielding that for a second, just for shits and giggles, just to see how big it actually is, that 70 strength weapon. Jesus Christ, that is just ridiculous right there. What the heck is that, like a oversized chicken leg? Don't really dig it. Don't really dig it. And also, please don't attack me, person. Where do we have my sword? I always forget what it looks like. And I kind of hate myself for it. Alright, it's not that, it's not that. It's down here, maybe? There we go. Black Silk Katana. Looking good right there, buddy. Yeah, and we're gonna poison him again. That should very much take care of him at that point. Alright, let's just lock on. Maybe a little bit more efficient. I can't even see how long this episode has been. It's pretty late. Usually I record these earlier, and now my eyes are a little tired and they can't make out the details the way they usually can. Is that wrong? Is that something that shouldn't happen? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, let's just see him die. There we go. That was good. And we're gonna roll down and open up this door. I'm not aware of any hidden doors. It kind of seems like the place I would have some. So if there are any, please let me know. But as far as I can tell, there's none. So let's open this up. Let's keep making that sweet, sweet progress. That sweet, sweet progress. So, yeah. So here's the thing. Down there, can we make it out maybe already? Oh, I'm very close to falling off the edge. There are some of these aforementioned idols. And I believe those already affect these guys right here. So if I now were to kill him, he wouldn't actually die. He would just lay on the ground for a couple seconds and then get revived. So we'll see. I'm gonna still do it. Oh, just because that's how I roll, I guess. Still gonna try to see if I can get him killed, or at least, like, I don't know, on the ground for a few minutes. Because if I can do that, that would at least allow me some breathing space right here. Now, okay, let's just not die in the process, please. Don't do any funky attacks. He does have the funky attacks. Trademark. Yeah, just come over here. Do your ground attack. I like your ground attack. I have stressed that before. Okay, we're gonna roll old Radiant Life Gem, that's what it's called. And then we're gonna sprint. Like there's nothing else left in this world. Let's just sprint. Go for it. There's another guy standing up because he's an asshole. There's a guy just being there because he's also considered an asshole. And then what we're gonna do is jump on this little elevator down here and ride it all the way down to the very bottom of Broom Tower, which is frickin' exciting, isn't it? The funny thing is, when I was first downloading the DLC, I was very much expecting a tower. I think I've said that before, but I wasn't expecting one that you would climb down in, right? I was expecting climbing up a tower, and it's kind of nice how it isn't that, because it just makes it all the more depressive, I guess. Anyway, I'm not aware of enemies being over on the left side. There sure are some on the right, but here we should have a very, very casual time disposing of these idols. And there's 4 of them total, I believe, in this whole bottom section. And yeah, I do very much want to stress that you don't want to go all out with the smelter wedges up top, because then you're gonna find yourself 1 wedge short, and yeah, that you don't want to be. I mean, it's fine. See, the thing is, in that boss fight, that one idol is not gonna always then heal the boss. It is just, if you get close to it, it's gonna heal him. And that is the most frustrating thing that can happen. So not having to worry about that is going to be nice, and I'd rather have that than yeah, have like the previous soul fragments all once I'm down here. There's no need for that. Anyway, so this boss we're not going to fight in this episode. In case you were wondering about that, I hate to break it to you, but that's not happening. This thing is by a lot of people considered to be the most difficult boss in the game. And I kind of would maybe agree. I had one hell of a time with this guy. Like, it took me a good 3 days maybe until I finally was able to beat him then. Oh yeah, and that's right. They now get healed by the idols, and that sucks. So, let's use the wedges. You are very much invulnerable once that's happening, so that's good. And now that, oh god, okay, hello. Now that that is taken care of, we can now kill him. There's another one, but he shouldn't be affected by it, I don't think. Right, just want to be really careful. Those things deal the damage, and we can't really afford the damage. So a little bit of lava dripping on us is fine every once in a while, but it's really the swings that I'm so worried about. Those swings. Thanks for showing that off, you prick. Okay. Really just a weird mix of jolly and downright mean today. My commentary, I mean. Okay, come. I know I can hit you. There we go. That's a lot better right there. He dropped something again. Fire Drake Stone. That is really cool. I've never gotten a drop off of these guys. So I'm now just constantly having my mind blown because they drop pretty awesome shit. There's another one popping up to my right. Gonna destroy this immediately just because I can, just because that will once again leave me invincible for a few seconds. Oh Jesus, and he times it so well that he of course hits me. Yeah, let's maybe heal up just for the heck of it. No need to risk it now. There's a bonfire in that room that you can see right in front of me. That you maybe can't see it right in front of me at least. Okay, just keep hitting him. We've done this before. We've done this plenty a time, and we can now do it again. Rinse and repeat. I kind of like saying that. Do you have that as well? Do you also like saying rinse and repeat? It's just a very nice phrase to use, I find. Okay, more of the hitting. Unfortunately, no backstabbage with these guys, and that is somewhat heartbreaking if we're being honest here. Oh my god. Okay, if I get hit right now, I'm probably gonna die, so yet again, it's gonna be the Estus. Alright, you do that. Whatever. Who cares at this point, right? We're killing you. We are resting at the bonfire. And then I'm gonna take a quick second to take a look at the timer proper this time around. So let's pick this up. How many do we have now, by the way? Oh, it's right here. We have 8, and I believe I said there would be. How many are there? Are there 11 or are there 12? There kind of have to be 11 now, because I do know that you get only one more additional wedge, unless I'm sorely mistaken right here. But as far as I know, that's how it goes, right? You get the 6 in the beginning, then you get maybe the 4 that we picked up in the last episode, and then I believe you get one additional one. And that was, funnily enough, exactly the one that I was missing for this idol that we just destroyed in my initial playthrough. So, yeah. I feel like that is how this is now going to go. Anyway, resting at Le Bonfire. The very last bonfire of the DLC, is that correct? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Oh, there's another one. Which one is that? I know the one. Okay, there's one more bonfire. Anyway, so this has been a pretty long episode. And that is good. We did a few things today. Mostly just cleared the way for future... Oh, shit, I totally forgot that they get back up once you rest at the bonfire. Which is, like, the first rule of Dark Souls. But anyway, yeah, so we did that, right? Cleared the way to not only this lowermost floor right here and the boss contained within, but also our way to the Iron Passage, which also contains another boss. It's a challenge area. It's yeah, similar to how the previous one worked from the previous DLC. And then there's this bonfire right here, which also contains another boss, funnily enough. So pretty soon we're going to get started on ending this whole series already, but take all of that with a grain of salt, because of course it is difficult, as I hopefully have been able to stress, especially the one closest to us right now. That one is a big pain in the ass. One I haven't done yet, and the other one I'm fond of, I would say. So cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Maybe wasn't the most action-packed, but we got some decent progress done, and I'm happy about that. Hopefully you are enjoying this content. That would, yeah, that would be really nice. So anyway, make sure to tune in for the next episode. It's going to get exciting pretty soon. Hang in there and have a good one. Goodbye.